Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series. We're playing Trailmakers, Stranded in Space. I've really been enjoying this game. There's been some ups and downs and some learning curves in the process, but definitely really enjoying it. In the last episode, we went through some of the lava area over here, and I found a bunch of parts, and we ended up grabbing everything that we could grab without having some type of flying vehicle. So at the end of that episode, we unlocked the I think it was the plane. Let me go check real quick. So we unlocked the prop plane, and we had the hovercraft already, and we unlocked the pickup drone. So in that episode, I tried to drive both the prop plane and the pickup drone, and the prop plane worked pretty well. I'm pretty, I think it's a pretty decent plane. It's good built, and for a template, it's really good. However, the pickup drone, for some reason, I could not learn how to drive. It was almost harder than the submarine. So, it's pretty difficult to drive. So, I mean, I might look into it again. But what I did do off screen, because I was also trying to attempt to make my own flying vehicle, I decided to go scout with the prop plane. So with that being said, I know where some of the parts are that we can get, and we're going to go ahead and go get them using the prop plane. So first thing I did, there's a little area right here where you have to fly to. If you remember, this is a island over here where they have that really big jump that you could jump to. We ended up driving up the side here, but yeah, there's a nice little elevated area, or plateau, and there's two parts that were up here. So like I said, I've already scouted ahead, so it tells me what the parts were, but I realized that we need this for that gimbal car. So as soon as we get this piece, we should be able to use the gimbal car, and I'm hoping that'll make our progress easier. So we're gonna go ahead and do we're gonna go ahead and grab both of these, deliver them back to probably this guy down here, and that's our plan. And then we're gonna continue to get more parts based on what we got. I mean, I'm sure we could go and fly to a bunch of these other places with the prop plane and figure out what we're doing after that, but that's the plan for now. Some of these, like I know this one and like these two, we're gonna need something like the drone, the pickup drone, to get it. So for now, we're just gonna grab these guys. All right, so I already flew up here. And we're going to go ahead and grab the block 1x4 first. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it off like that. Make sure that we're not going to kill ourselves on the way down. Now we're going to do what we typically do, is just slowly try to drag ourselves down the cliff. Alright. We didn't die, that's all that matters. And go ahead and grab our block again. Or break ourselves. What is going on? I can't see nothing. What? Camera angle's trying to give me a headache. Alright, so now we got the piece. We're gonna go ahead and drive down to the recovery zone. And this will unlock us the gimbal car, and we'll go ahead and take a look at that before we move on to the next part. Oof, I cannot drive today. Alright, so that unlocks us the gimbal car. We're going to go ahead and check that out really quick. Go ahead and replace our hovercraft. Alright, so we got the 4 gimbal engines. So if I hit space, it should fly us up. We got a bunch of thrusters. Okay, so that's interesting. It has a toggle for the engines here. So all I gotta do is tap space and it'll stay on. We got the thrusters and the W button. Moves us forward. And apparently there's a mag lift. Alright, so we can use the magnet with the left control. It says we can use the arrow keys for something, but I don't know what it is. Interesting. Oh man, this is just as hard as use the other one. I mean, I'm kind of getting used to it, but it's still pretty difficult. It's definitely not as bad as the drone. Spoke too soon. Definitely not as bad as the drone, though. The drone, for some reason, no matter what I did, I couldn't get that nose to pick up, and it would just nosedive. Definitely feel like this is the better option because it has the magnet on the bottom. However, I don't know what the arrow keys are for. Oh, since I repaired the vehicle, it actually isn't on the top of the screen there anymore. I guess it doesn't do anything. I don't feel like we're going to be able to take this off. It's going to be too heavy. We're definitely sinking, but it's working, so. We're going to go ahead and swap. But yeah, the gimbal car should give us access to some of the items that we could not obtain before. That is our plan. We already got those 2 pieces, which is fine. Go ahead. Also, this is our hovercraft from the last episode. I put some gimbal engines on it too. The only reason I haven't been using it is because it's a little bit harder to use. I didn't know how difficult the gimbal car would be. But yeah, so basically it's the same design as we had last time. It's just that we have gimbal engines on it now. But one thing I want to grab, so there's a item over here. I already went up here when I was discovering it with the prop plane. I'm going to go ahead and show you what this is. We're going to go ahead and get the item. If I don't fly off. Sorry, I keep sniffing. I'm just coming off of a cold, so please bear with me. I'm trying not to do it, but I also do it instinctively without even thinking about it, so I apologize. I know it's probably not the best thing to hear, but I would still like to make videos, so. Alright, so we got the helicopter engine V2. So, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to work, but I made a vehicle in the test zone that I'm wondering if I can use in here. And we'll see if it actually works and how good it works. And hopefully we can make it work. I do have to change the space button because it's working on the magnet too. But so far it seems like it's working, and I think we can make this work. I definitely think we can make this work. It's a little, I want to say nose heavy, but it's working. So yeah, I got a little side propeller there. I got some jet engines right underneath the propellers. And there's actually a helicopter that I molded this after. And I will put up a picture of that right now. And I feel like it's a decent representation of the vehicle that I was trying to replicate. It's obviously not exact, but it looks kind of similar. You guys let me know in the comments if you think it looks the same. But with that being said, we're going to go down and get some of the other pieces. I was getting a little distracted by driving around. I didn't actually get to fly this much. I did like a practice run to see if it would actually drive or fly. And I definitely think there's ways to upgrade this and make it better or make it smoother, but it's not bad. It's good enough that I can control it, and it's a lot better than the drone that they gave us. That drone plane, that pickup drone or whatever, the pre-made one, is very difficult for me to use. I don't know if it's just me, but I never really thought about it, but I don't think I have a way to go down. Yeah, it doesn't seem like I have a way to go down. So we might have to work on that. So it definitely needs some fine-tuning, and we'll definitely get to that. But for now, we're going to hop into the gimbal car, and now that we're unlocking some of the parts, we can fine-tune this after I get some more parts, and that'll be good enough for me. But for now, we can go ahead and grab some of these with this car. Surprisingly, this thing always wants to stay upright. I'm kind of curious how they did that. don't really like where they have the magnet, though. Like, you can only really grab small parts with it. Which, I mean, works for this guy in this case, but you have to finesse yourself onto a bigger one for sure. Like, even that square one we picked up a little earlier was a little difficult to get onto, and then especially once we started actually, you know, flying down, you can tell that the weight was more than the vehicle could actually handle. And another thing about this is that there's no engine on here, so like there's no reverse button. I can't, say if I hit back or the S key, it will not do anything in reverse. So it's another thing I might change. But at the same time, I feel like if I put an engine on here, it's going to throw off the weight distribution, and it's going to be much more difficult to control. So, I mean, maybe I'll try it later, but for now I just want to collect some of the parts that we couldn't obtain before, or we're having difficulty obtaining. Basically all the ones that were just like on the pillars and stuff. We're going to save all these ones that are super high, like these ones. We're going to save that for the helicopter, hopefully, the one that I want to make. But for the rest of these, like all these ones that are just up on these little ledges, I want to try and use the gimbal car for. So let's go ahead. We'll go here first. We'll grab this one. We'll leave all these here, and then there's 3 up there I'd like to get. So actually, let's start up here. We'll go grab all 3 of these. We'll grab that one down in the marshland, and then we'll go back down to the lava zone. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure how they keep the level on this vehicle. Only thing I could think of is maybe like having the tires down like that is enough of a weight on the bottom that it kind of hangs like a chandelier, kind of. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say, but. Oh, alright, just break my whole car. Car's not hard to use until you're trying to get something on the magnet. Then it becomes very hard. That's going to become an issue. Yep. So I'm thinking we can just add some more gimbal jets here. Should keep us more, give us more lift. Hopefully enough that this bigger piece doesn't give us an issue. We'll go ahead and see. It's definitely going to give us a lot more lift, as you can see. But hopefully it doesn't become an issue. Oh no. God, it's so quick. Alright. A little finagling, we ended up getting it. Definitely a little bit harder to drive that with so much power, but we needed it for the bigger piece, so. Sacrifice had to be made. That's another thing about not having a reverse button. There was literally nothing I could do. I could have turned, but it probably still would have killed me. Alright, so our other one is right in front of us. So many thrusters. Alright, so this one blows up, so we gotta try our best to not drive like that, first of all. Drive over top. And hopefully land without blowing ourselves up like that. Oh. It's gonna be a little difficult to grab this guy. You know, we gotta drive it, so. And there's a cliff on all around it, so there's no way I can drive it down. Just gotta try our best to get it in there. feel like it's gonna blow up underneath me. Oh jeez. Oh, we got it though. Alright, so that's all those pieces up here. Go ahead and go to Dragon Lake here. This one was up on this island up there. All the ones that were up on the island were pretty much the only ones that we couldn't obtain, so. Cool thing about this car is you can basically just hit shift and wait for it to get you to where you need to go. Oh, that's a big boy. Not super big, but big enough. Oh yeah, it's definitely bigger than the other ones. It's giving us an issue trying to move forward. Or it's more dense or just more weight. Even with all 8... Oh, it didn't upgrade... yeah, upgrade. It didn't update our parts, so we only still have the 4 engines right now. But yeah, it's definitely heavy. It's dragging us down. Armored seat. That's pretty cool. I have no idea how I just died, but that was pretty cool. So there's a few more that we have to collect. We're not going to do any of these. Like I said, we're going to save those ones for hopefully when our helicopter is done. But we can grab all these other ones that are like 100 and some feet. Or 100 and some meters. 200 meters, 300 meters. We could probably, hopefully, grab all of these. I think these two will be difficult because, if I remember correctly, they were off on a ledge, and I don't think this gimbal car would have enough room to land there and collect the part. So, I mean, we'll give it a shot, but I'm fairly certain that's what's going to happen. Definitely one of the heavier ones. We're going to try to just drag it off here. We'll pick it up with one of our other vehicles. Always love using our trusty mag lift. It's helped us with so many pieces. If we can make a helicopter as useful as this guy, I'd be so happy. But we'll have to wait and see. We're gonna try something ballsy. Worked out. We could have died, but I had faith. Alright guys, with that being said, and everything that we've done so far in this episode, we're going to go ahead and call this one here, and we'll collect the rest of the parts in the next episode. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.